जय जय राम ओम। श्री राम जय राम, 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 जय जय राम ओम। श्री राम जय Shri
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om. 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 Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Hari Om to everybody. For the past 2 days, Papa has been reminding us as to how to expand our vision. Through the first article, we are parts of a stupendous whole. The theme of these articles, we have to keep on chewing, doing manana. So that to some extent the me and mine will get tamed. Whatever we hear, it is not going to change us immediately. But when it is supplemented by constant dwelling and understanding the reality means we owe everything to the factors other than me. We owe everything. Right from the air we breathe, the water we drink, the earth on which we stand, the space in which we move, the sun, all, whatever Mother Nature gives, it is all given to everybody equally. I exist because of that. And I am living now with all comforts, creature comforts, which is a gift. I have not brought anything. Everything has been given to me by the society. And then later on I find that it is he who is prompting selected individuals, chosen individuals to bring out various creature comforts that make my life comfortable. To begin with, even the very language. I have not brought anything. Whatever expertise or know-how or skill I have developed, I have not done it by myself. The proper ambience, proper facilities were given to us. For example, the school, no? Concept of school was not mine. 1 to 10 was not mine. Subjects chosen was not mine. Gradation was not my idea. From first standard to second standard, concept of examination, grading. Then afterwards, higher studies, curriculums. Everything, it has come from outside. So when I keep on thinking about it, when I look at any creature comfort, it will make me involved. That is why we are, and whatever I do, it also reaches out to the unknown. But since my mind is overpowered with this me and mine, I am not recognizing this truth, that's all. So we are all parts of a stupendous whole. This is not something to be developed, it is only to be realized. Suppose I am a pickle manufacturer, or any consumer products, or any engineering product, anything, If I produce, can I exist? There should be a consumer, no? And to reach out to a consumer, I need a trader. Think. So we are all parts, this is the truth. So we are all interdependent, interconnected. Even we had our meal at lunchtime, no? Every item we did not produce. Unknown farmers have produced in unknown areas. Through unknown hands it has come to the local market. We go and buy. We cook, we eat. Our money cannot quench our thirst. Our money cannot satisfy our appetite, but only through that article, through that food articles, I will be able. Food articles are not produced by me. So when I start, that's why that we hear and we don't have to think that this is a thing to be developed. No. All of us are knowingly or unknowingly doing this, but we are not aware of it. So let us try to understand and do it so that we will become more righteous in whatever profession we have. We will not exploit, we will not adulterate, not by any fraudulent means we will continue. If you are an employee, honest, sincere, efficient, this is how we can pay back. So that is the message. When we read the messages of Mahatmas, how can it be applied in my daily life? If that is not there, it becomes academic, knowledge, intellectual. Swami Ram Thirtha used to say in a beautiful expression, is that spiritual constipation, if I remember right. The object of education should be to enable us to utilize the resources of the country. Proper education should enable the people to make the land more fertile, minds more productive, trade more flourishing, bodies more active, mind more original, hearts more pure, industries more varied, the nation more united. The capability of quoting big long texts to show off our learning, nonsensical, hair-splitting, to torture the sense of passages in ancient scriptures, the study of subjects which we never have to use in our life is not education. The taking in of knowledge is a very important word. The taking in of knowledge which we cannot carry out in practice is spiritual constipation or mental dyspepsia. Because whatever I hear, if I don't try to implement, here the implement is not doing anything, to become aware, that's all. And we all do it. That is how the credibility, the word credibility comes, You go to a particular shop and start buying. You develop an affinity. Then afterwards what happens? The moment he sees you, he will put everything in order. You go to a printer. You go to a doctor. Suppose wherever you develop this, you find, there is a relationship beyond that profession, and the professional relationship is not there. It transcends to a personal relationship. This is what we have all experienced. So knowledge alone will not. So the credibility is there. Under no circumstances he will exploit the situation. Righteous life. Why should I be righteous? Because I am enjoying because of the righteousness of others. Even if I am unable to hold on to 100%, 100% should be my target. But still, I can. Salpam apyasya dharmasya, no? Wherever it's possible, suppose I try to bring in this dimension. I am translating I am realizing the ideal. So Papa here concentrates more and more on the ideal, universal love and service. It doesn't mean free. We go to a particular shop because we know that everything quality-wise, they don't adulterate. They only sell what is written there. So that is how we start realizing it. And when we start realizing it, whatever we do, we try to bring in that dimension. A touch of love, a touch of perfection, a touch of dedication, a touch of gratitude. So that is what Papa has been emphasizing it through. We are parts of a stupendous whole. So spirituality therefore signifies the linking of the individual soul with the cosmic soul. The soul does not belong to any caste, creed, race or nationality. Its nature is universal. Inherently it is pure, enlightened, free and blissful. In that article, Papa also says, wherever we are, right from the Alaska, that side, up to the Australia, wherever we have, or up and down, all human beings have got the same physique. He says, the differences between man and man on the material plane are, in truth, unnatural and improper. For the component parts and the composition of human bodies and the qualities inherent in them are not diverse and conflicting. If we look with the pure vision that belongs to an enlightened mind, we do not see any clear-cut line of demarcation that isolates man from man, one set of people from another, one nation from another. We are indeed parts of a stupendous whole. We are units that form the world community or family. And in the next one, Papa says, beloved Papa, Swami answers, he spent a lot of time to understand seeing God everywhere means seeing God nowhere. So the labeling will not be there. The labeling comes only when I am there. That is why Papa, in the other day we were repeating, about idol worship. Devotees were keeping the photo of Papa Mataji. Somebody wanted some other photo. And then these people complained to Papa or mockingly said that some people can see God only in a photo. Then Papa immediately asked, what did you do? You put Papa Mataji's photos, they wanted another photo, that's all. And there he mentioned this. God is everywhere. You are, Papa Mataji is everywhere, God is everywhere, you are everywhere. So the moment we say God is separate, the sense of otherness sets limit to the illimitable. The sense of otherness sets. That is why when we go with all our devotion to any temple, say Balaji temple, Balaji represents the all-pervading reality. But the moment we come back from our darshan, what do we say? Good darshan. But we are leaving him there. Because we only see him there. Sense of otherness. I am there and Balaji is there. Sense of otherness sets limit to the illimitable, to the form. That is why in spite of my going or coming to ashram or going to a temple, I am still what I am. No? Me and mine is still there. Because the all-pervading reality, that is the ideal represented by a guru or by a deity. The deity is available to everybody, Whether you bring flowers, whether you bring fruits, whether you bring nothing, the deity will not say, I will not see you. The deity is unconditional. He reaches out to anybody who comes in contact with him. That we forget. The ideal he represents is me to we to him. We go there and we come back, leaving him there. So that is why here he says, the sense of otherness sets limit to the illimitable. So when God is nowhere, when God is seeing God everywhere means God, seeing God nowhere means when the label God is there, I am there. When this labeling entity is not there, the labeled truth is also not there, they become one. So you don't have to specifically say this is God. You yourself become God and you will see God everywhere. That was, then from there, Mataji. Mataji said what? Omnipresent Papa's ashram is the whole universe. To enable us to learn this ashram has been set up. When Papa dropped the body, after 2 months or 3 months, Mataji wrote a very big letter. And in the last line is this, so that none of us should, even under the banner of our devotion to Papa, limit ourselves to Anandashram. No? Omnipresent Papa's ashram means the whole universe. It is to enable us to learn this, that this ashram has been set up. Why has he prayed? It is to teach us how to lead our lives according to the tenets of universal love and service. Expand, expand, expand. That is why you all come here, stay here for some time, and then return home. Consider the world itself as your home. That is the secret of universal love and service. I do not want you to discard your attachment, but I want you to widen the sphere of attachments, make your circle of attachments bigger and bigger. If you expand your sphere of mindness so as to embrace the whole world, then while serving the world, you will feel the joy that you get when serving yourself. Transform the individual into the universal. This transformation is possible by taking Ram Nam. First we love ourselves, we love our kith and kin, then people around in the neighborhood, then those in the country, and finally those in the world at large. This is how we expand our vision. And the method of expanding the vision to embrace the whole universe is to repeat Ram Nam, number one, to see him in all forms, number two, and love everyone as we love our Guru and to serve. So not merely chanting. And universal integration by Puja Swamiji. So here he says, we have to ask certain questions. Let us try to find out who we are, where we have come from, what is our relations with others, what is our relations with the world, what is our relation with that power which is responsible for the creation, preservation, dissolution of the world. When I connect myself to these, naturally the process of expansion slowly takes place. Where from have I come? No? Who we are. That means my source. The source of me is the source of everywhere, everyone. So that when I start going toward the source, naturally I become aware everybody has come from that source. So these wonderful questions. In Viveka Chudamani, Konama Bandhu, Katamesha Agadaha, Kadam Pratistasya, Kadam Vimokshaha, Kosavanatma, Paramatma. There are 7 questions he puts, fundamental questions. At that time we thought it's a question answer, no? An intellectual exercise by which he gets no. Now we know that those questions were asked not to come out of the what do you call it, cage of me and mine. Only when these fundamental questions, have any of you thought of these questions so far? What do you think yourself to be? Do you think you are the body? You are something more than that. Are we all not one in spirit? Whether our bodies are born in Kerala, Tamil Nadu, any other state, or anywhere in the world. If all of you develop this vision, do you need anything else to bring about integration, world integration? So going to the source. We are every day we are repeating that source, source of all sources. Papa also wanted us to do that. Go to the origin of your and the world life. Then Swami Shivananji Maharaj the one consciousness alone appears as the universe of plurality. This world is not a world of dead matter, but a living presence. Brahman or Absolute manifests itself as the universe through forms. Just as one man alone becomes many in the dream, so also the one God exists as many. And Bhagavan Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, he says, here he brings about Vijnana. What is Vijnana? It is knowing God in a special way. The awareness and conviction that fires, the awareness and conviction that fire exists in wood, that fire exists in wood is jnana. But to cook rice on the fire, eat the rice and get nourishment from it is vijnana. To know by one's inner experience that God exists is jnana. But to talk to Him, to enjoy Him as a child, as a friend, as a master, as a beloved is vijnana. That means applied knowledge. We need knowledge, but when it is not applied, it becomes academic. And Ramana Bhagavan says, and somebody asks, Vasudeva, Sarvam Vasudeva Mayam Jagat. So he said, we always say that we have to reach a stage where we see God everywhere. No. We have to see Him here. So then we automatically will be able to see Him everywhere. While seeing the earth, trees, plants as Vasudeva, don't you wish to see yourself as He? If you, who see everything as Vasudeva, learn to see yourself as Vasudeva, you will become Vasudeva Himself. So when we look at something, how to see the God dimension, this is what we are thinking. That is not the first one. We have to see Him first inside. Then, is universal love an illusion? Where does the God dwell? God is the sole originator of the universe. He is not an entity or an individual. He is the power. Any power, any energy does not stipulate the beneficiary. Think about it. Only certain conditions have to be facilitated, no? So that the energy does its job. Whether it is electrical energy, kinetic, anything. It is not visible. It will not specify the beneficiary at all. Only certain conditions are to be fulfilled. So here, since He is the sole originator of the universe, He is the parent of all creatures and beings in the world. He is not a communal, creedal or national God. All His children on this earth, to whatever denomination or country they belong, are in His eyes equally entitled to His love. These things, whatever we have now shared, this is all available through when we closely observe the Mahatmas or the deities, how universal they are. The other day we were sharing, when Mata Amritanandamayi Amma, when she came to Ashram, after sitting for merely more than 10 hours in Kanhangad ground to meet thousands of people throughout the night. Early morning she got up, had her bath. So when we went there, we requested her, if it possible, kindly visit Ashram. She immediately said, I will come. Early morning, she has to leave from here to Bangalore. So we made arrangement. We thought, she would come here, take her bath. So we made all arrangements in this building. But suddenly, at about 5:30, when we were sitting in Puja Swamiji's room, call came that Amma is on your way to Ashram. All our devotees, somebody went there, and building by building they announced. And everybody rushed up to Pachavadi. We did not know what to do. We put some benches there. By that time, the call came that she has already arrived. So she stopped at the flag post, then we went there, received her, went to the Bhajan hall, came back. She immediately saw the bench, she came and sat. We have told everybody, request everybody, don't ask anything. She is coming here after 10 hours or 12 hours of sitting. Just have darshan, that's all. So immediately she looked at us and said, something should be given to them. So we immediately brought the chocolate from Puja Swamiji's room. And then immediately everybody got up, crowded round her. So the organizers who were standing behind Amma, they commented, more than 5,000 people came there, had Amma's darshan in an orderly way, disciplined way. Here there are hardly 100 people, and see the mess they have created. Amma heard this. She said, in Malayalam she said, it is not the mess that they have created, it is an expression of love. Then they kept quiet. Snehanadu. So those words, it comes back to us again and again. So they are not seeing it. Your so-called labeled discipline, this and that. No. So where does God dwell? He pervades the entire universe, is the same. So they are equally accessible, For a normal person, all of them are strangers. She could have said, you could have come to this stage, I would have seen you. She could have shouted. But no. Because to her, everybody is children. She is accessible to anybody, So universal means that no precondition. We have seen how Puja Mataji was reacting to many things, the same thing. Anybody has got free access. There is no intermediary necessary, nobody to fix an appointment. We don't need to inform them earlier. Those days have gone. Look within and know thyself. That is the message of the rishis, resounding in our ears through time immemorial. What do you gain by drawing your vision inward? When you have found the immortal self within you, the identity of the immortal truth grants you the knowledge that you are not a mere body, garbed in the various trappings of your own making, such as of a particular community, color, nationality, but that you are the omnipresent truth which transcends all limitations, born of name and form, and that you are the universal truth, pervading throughout, manifesting as the universe. To fling into the infinite expanse of the divine existence is the work of the heroes. And happily, in the present age, Mother Earth can be proud of innumerable heroic sons who boldly declare that the whole world is their home and all beings in it are their brethren. So Papa gives this clarion call, exercise the greatest privilege of your life, namely to rise beyond all man-made, mind-made distinctions, the narrow walls of separation that keep you apart from each other, dazzled as you are by the alluring glamour of such slogans as patriotism, communalism, Swaraj, nationalism, etc. And Swami Ranganathananji, quoting from Bhagavad Gita, he says, through one's work, we can worship, to reach out. In Bombay, you must have heard about the dabbawalas. Unimaginable. It has been the practice that they will collect the dabbas from their home and then give to the people who are working in different companies or places. Thousands and thousands and thousands of dabbas are exchanged, but there is no confusion. So that means you bring work. In this particular sloga, yata pravritti bhutanam yena sarvamidam tatam swakarmana tam abhyarchya siddhim siddhim vidandi manavaha. So that means through work, from whom is the evolution of all beings, by whom all this is pervaded, worshipping him with one's own work, a person attains perfection. Whatever work we do, suppose we bring in that perfection, excellence, we are reaching out to many. And Acharya Vinoba Bhave, the meaning of realization of the Supreme Self is the unity of the universe, and the consciousness is accepted through reflection should be experienced in practical life. If meditation makes one experience that unity, then one must see it in the external world as well. When I close my eyes and take to a discipline called meditation, if it remains there, no. But the moment I open, I interact the same thing in everybody, then only it is valid. If one sees an ant moving, one should feel as if God is moving. Acquiring this knowledge of unity is coming to an important beginning stage, but one must go beyond that. One might see God in a particular idol or object of worship, but fail to see God in another human being. That means there is a lack of realization. Being able to see God in a particular idol is an outcome of intense faith, whereas being able to see God in everything and everywhere is an outcome of the realization of the Supreme Self. Then, universal vision. There is a story about Sai Baba and Upasani Baba. The latter was the disciple of Sai Baba and was staying about half a mile away from Shirdi, his guru. One day when he was carrying the food for his guru, a poor hungry man begged him for the food, but he refused and went straight to Guru. Sai Baba said, I came to you as a beggar. You did not give me food. You failed in your service to me. Upasani Baba begged to be excused. The next day, while carrying the food, a hungry dog went after him, yelped for food. Upasani Baba drove it away, saying, this food is meant for my Guru, not for you. When he came to Sai Baba, the latter said, I came to you in the form of a dog, you drove me away. He thus taught the disciple that to feed the hungry and to serve the distressed is the same as serving the Guru. Guru is in everybody. You also find him in the suffering and the distress. By such service to the Guru, you will develop universal vision, beholding your Guru everywhere. There was a monastery in a certain place. The monks residing there went out daily to beg for their food. One day a monk, while out for his alms, saw a landlord beating a man mercilessly. The compassionate monk stepped in, asked the landlord to stop, but the landlord was filled with anger, turned his wrath against this innocent monk. He beat the monk till he fell unconscious on the ground. Someone reported the matter to the monastery. The monks ran to the spot and found their brother lying there. 4 or 5 of them carried them back, laid him on the bed. He was still unconscious. The other monks sat around him, sad at heart. Some were fanning him. Finally, someone suggested that he should be given a little milk to drink. When it was poured into his mouth, he regained consciousness. He opened his eyes and looked around. One of the monks asked, let us see whether he is fully conscious and can recognize us. Shouting into his ear, he said, revered sir, who is giving you milk? Brother, replied the holy man in a low voice, he who bet me is now giving me milk. Epistles of Swami Ram Thirtha. Letter. Unqualified surrender to the will of God in all matters is truly the supreme way to the attainment of perfect freedom, contentment, and peace. So unqualified surrender to the will of God in all matters means what? Perfect freedom, contentment, peace. Trials and difficulties are the spice of life. They add a zest and luster to it. They awaken in you a spirit of fearlessness and reveal the latent powers of the Atman. Now to your question. Life is in reality universal, and the Atman behind it is both cosmic and supracosmic, because he is at once immanent, transcendent. Life is the expression of the Atman. Though seemingly two, they are one. Life is the expression of Atman. Suddenly we realize, the life is there in everybody. It may be difficult for us to understand the word Atman in everybody. We have a fair knowledge of life, prana, in our life. And we all know that the prana is equally important for everybody. We slowly start identifying this common thread. This particular word of Papa was a great awakener in our life. When we were all struggling to how to pin our point of concentration, because for anything and everything, we rely on our thought. And thought relies on the label. That means knowable. We come to know of an object through a label. Somebody has already put a label there. Chair, table, building, person. No? Everywhere there is a label. But life is something which you don't understand, which is beyond this label. The breathing, the heartbeat, the digestion, the blood circulation. These are some of the things, which expresses the form of life. It is there in everybody. So he says, life is the expression of the Atman. Though seemingly two, they are one. Life has manifested itself as the multitudinous forms that comprise the universe. It is the one universal life, one universal power, one universal Shakti that controls, guides, and actuates all movements and activities in all beings, creatures, and things. Individual existence, apart from the universal life, is unreal. Individual existence, apart from the universal life. If the air is not there, we all know, those who have had this COVID, we remember the days when we used to pay for oxygen. No? What is that called? That equipment? Oximeter, no? Oxo. A box, we have to switch on, connect, then the oxygen comes, saturation level. Whenever the level goes down, we have brought it here, no? Think about it. How costly it is. 4,000 rupees, 5,000 rupees per month. Then only we realize that for oxygen we have to pay this much. Whereas Bhagavan gives us free throughout our life. That is why he says, individual existence apart from the universal life is unreal. All is God, both manifest and unmanifest. Rebirth is only for him who has not realized this truth. The ignorant jiva is reborn by assuming a new body, for the working out of which unsubdued desires. The moment he surrenders his will to the divine will, his ego sense becomes dissolved. His desires are now dead. He realizes his oneness with the universal life and spirit, attaining thus the supreme goal of life, perfection, perfect liberation and peace. So this is how the vision for the month of August concludes. Apart from that, the seva activities and overheads for the year ending 31st March. Every year we bring it out, not that anybody wants it, but whatever said and done from the Vyavaharik level, we are all answerable. We are answerable to God who is providing through so many creation. So we are addressing this again to God. Just like on the first of every month, whatever Ramnam is done, In line with Puja Mataji's 15,500 crore Namajapa Yajna, we take that slip, go to after the flower offering, we place it at the holy feet of Birod Papa and pray to him. You have made so many lakhs of people to contribute. This 190 lakh, this month last month it was 190 crores. 190 crores of Ramnam. We place it at their feet. You prompted them, you made them, now it is yours. Similarly, he comes here, he has set up this ashram, he has drawn us here, he brings out love offerings and he takes out through another form. So that statement we just give for the sake of, as a form of our gratitude to him. The total love offering that went back to them was 4 crores 46 lakhs 91,326 in different heads: aid for education, handicap, medical expenses, schools, orphanages, poor age and destitute, aid for self-employment, aid for shelter, house, Gorakshana, donation paid cash, donation paid to charitable institution, feeding charges, vision printing, publication printing, aid for awareness, value-based education, rice food distribution, and overheads. And then Yatra, the other day we said, in memoriam, Sri P.S. Sheshan, aged 81, an inmate of the ashram since 2007, was called by Virat Papa on 30th June 2023. Srimati Sandhya Kaikini, a devotee of the ashram from Dharwad, and the niece of Srimati Nalini Trikanad, dropped her mortal coil on the 26th July 2023. We pray for Virat Papa's blessings on the dear departed soul for eternal peace and rest at his lotus feet. 15,500 crore Namajapa Yajna for Vishwashanti. The total japa received in the fourth round of 15,500 crore Namajapa Yajna for world peace in the month of June is 190 crores. The total of the japa done so far in this fourth round now stands at 190 crores. Then in the last page, we are trying to bring out the year-end program, 20th, 23rd to 31st December 2023. There will be Akhanda Ramnam from 23rd to 29th, and then 23rd to 31st we will have Satsang, 10 to 12 in the morning, 3:30 to 5 in the evening. Satsang programs would include bhajan, shlokas, PPTs, talks on the topics listed below, and interactive sessions. Topics: ideal of Anandashram, Ashram is a school, daily routine in Ashram, triune path, relevance of bhajan shlokas in the spiritual journey, source of all sources, spirituality in daily life, overview of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Saguna Nirguna worship, inspiring incidents from the lives of Virat Papa, Puja Mataji, Puja Swamiji, role of a guru in our spiritual journey, in quest of God, a review of the in-depth study, spiritual science and material science, two sides of the same coin, and finally, one world family. All are invited to participate in these programs. Devotees may kindly send their confirmation emails to anandashram@gmail.com by the 1st of November 2023 so that appropriate arrangements can be made. Thought for the month. It is true that universal vision enables us to realize our kinship with the entire world and its people. It is to look upon the universe as our own and embrace it with the arms of infinite love. So that is how the vision concludes. You may kindly pass on this information to your friends and relations about the year-end program also, because nowadays we know that even for train booking you need 2 or 3 months. So that is why in August itself we are declaring, so that they can think about it and the plan and start booking from September or October. But inform us well in advance. Last year also Papa put us on tests. Doesn't matter for accommodation. So if Ashram comes to know of the number of people who are going to participate, arrangements can be made accordingly. So here also you will find the last topic is one world family. That is the message of Papa. We may be doing Ramnam, we may be doing Bhajan, we may be doing scripture studies, we may be learning Sanskrit, we may be learning so many things. We may be visiting a lot of places, holy places, holy men, temples, everything is all right. But am I expanding? Am I start feeling that the whole world family, the whole world is my family? I need not tom-tom, but in my heart, do I feel so? So all our spiritual discipline should ultimately zero to that. Probably that is why Papa made us to bring that topic last. One world family. 14th one. Every day we will have two morning and evening. We will also have some bhajan sandhya along with. So what is more important is the 7 days Namasatta. So 23rd happens to be 23rd December happens to be Saturday. 23rd, 24th Sunday. 25th happens to be Christmas. 26th one day is the 27th happens to be Papa's Sannyas Day. That is why we are all sitting here. The transition of Vittal Rao to Swami Ram Thirtha is the instrumental cause for setting up this Anandashram. So we are all here only because that is why this day is very important for us. So 27, then 28, 29, 7 days will be over. Then 30 and 31st also will be there. Because 31st, those who are here, we used to, our usual practice is to chant Ramnam till 12 o'clock midnight on 31st and usher in the new year after 12 o'clock when the new year enters, we start with Ramnam. So these are all the programs that he has given us. So try to spread this to as much people as possible. Yes, anything else?
It's called oxygen concentrator.
Huh?
Cylinder is called oxygen concentrator.
Something else is there. Anything else on the contents of August vision? Because we have stopped sending the hard copy, printed copy, because of some statutory problems. So now we are trying to switch over to e-version. Those who are unable to avail the e-version, they can inform us, we will send them the hard copy. We are printing a few copies, 100 or something like that. Those who cannot operate, and the idea came to us because God made some statutory problem, but by that we realized that he wanted not to use the printed matter much, number one. Number two, what do we do after reading the vision? We cannot throw away. All of us have got great regard for Papa's form in it, Papa's articles in it. So if we just throw away, it will be, we will be doing a great disservice. At the same time, what are we to do with it? When somebody asked, we said, you give to any library nearby or give to Agni Bhagavan. Because then it reduces itself to the ashes. Then you can put the ashes on any place where people don't spit, don't place their foot. So now this problem will be solved when we switch over to the e-version. The whole world is moving towards this digitalization. So everything now. In accounts, previously we were doing it manually. Now we know. Now letters through email. Otherwise, every day we have to type out a lot of letters and send them. So everything we are switching over, no? So this also now God wants us to do it. That is why we are reading it every day. You kindly pass on this information to everybody. Anybody with whom you come in contact with. Is that clear to everybody?
Yes, Swamiji.
Ah,
Yes, Swamiji.
yeah.
Swamiji, I am receiving from last 2 months. I am receiving email.
Right. Very good.
I requested
Shraddha.
She started to sending me an email.
Very good. Like everybody can do that.
Yes.
You must have already got this August today.
Yes, I got it, Shama.
Correct.
I got it.
Yeah. And the advantage is on first or second it will reach everybody.
Yes, Swamiji.
And you don't have to read it in one go, you can read it leisurely.
Yeah.
Because it is there in your system until you remove it from your system.
Yes.
Then,
Very good.
yeah. Anything else? Okay, we will close it with Gurudeva Kripa.
Om Shri Ganesaya, Om Shri Saraswati Namaha, Om Shri
Where is he?
Now this the Guru's which I have composed sometime back
No.
in gratitude to Puja Guru.
Here.
Now this song is in Hindi. All these songs, those of you know Hindi, you can immediately follow it. And even if you don't know that language, but you know the theme of it. But if you describe too much, when it loses its beauty also.
Gurudeva Tava Mahaniya Kripa. Gurudeva Tava Mahaniya. Oh. Huh? I wanted to see. चलते बने विचार अंधकार दूर करे अमृत से अंधकार दूर करे भजनामृत से मोद कृपा दूर करे भजनामृत से बोध कृपा पग पग पद पर रक्षक बन कर भले पग पग पगन पथ पर साथ रक्षक बन कर आनंदमयी महनीय कृपा प्रेममयी आनंदमयी महनीय कृपा अवलंबन है बल है तव महनीय कृपा गुरुदेव तव महनीय कृपा गुरुदेव हरि ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम। Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Hari Om. To everybody. Pranam, pranam.